Solid, liquid. Welcome back.
Solidus couldn't make it again, for obvious reasons.
I bet he never thought he'd end up being Kentucky Fried Solidus.
Liquid, don't speak ill of your poor brother.
What are you talking about, Dad? Ocelot is no brother of Solidus or mine.
Well, technically, you're not even a real clone. Or a son, for that matter.
Whatever. At least I'm not a product of Jamaican voodoo or something.
That was a difficult hypnosis procedure to undergo through. Something you would be unable to comprehend. Old snake. Newsflash, Liquid. My sight gauge is irrelevant at the dinner table.
Enough, you two! Shared a good moment in the cemetery, didn't we?
What was definitely unforgettable was your CQC hug.
Thanks, son. Disarming people is easy. Just glad you didn't bring a can of deodorant and a lighter.
I wish I could have been there. You, Big Boss, Zero. All we needed were a couple of walkers and we'd have a full-fledged retirement home.
Another old guy joke?
Actually, I'm just a bit curious to see what Meryl thought about your, venerable appearance.
She looks at me straight in the eye and says, "What happened to your face?" Ouch. Even I'm not that evil. Wait. Actually, I am that evil. You know, I saved Meryl countless times back in Moses. And how does she repay me? By marrying some guy who could barely control his own bowels.
Well, in his defense, he doesn't have any nanomachines in his body.
Please, I didn't have any nanomachines in me for a good part of my life, and I wasn't shitting all over the carpet.
Speaking of, defecation, any of you notice that the new Metal Gears tend to relieve themselves on the battlefield?
And that they look like the love child between a Metal Gear Ray and an ATST. I guess love did bloom on the battlefield. Besides, a Metal Gear actually saved the world instead of threatening to destroy it.
You mean that tiny little robot that was following you? That was a Metal Gear?
Yep. It was equipped with the technology and processing power to single-handedly take down the Patriots AI.
Very impressive.
But it couldn't open a damn door! Do you know how many bottles of Coppertone I went through trying to mend my little escapade through the microwaves? Certainly not enough. I suggest you switch to your Octo Camo, like Dad here, if you want to cover up that little blemish of yours.
Yeah, well... I have Big Mama to thank for that.
Big who?
Eva,
Well then that makes two of us.
I don't follow.
We were both like permanently disfigured trying to save the same woman. Well, I thought it was funny.
Anyway, she's still keen on the Bible talk. What'd she say again? Oh yeah. We took the apple from the snake and was cast out of Eden. Dad!
Sorry, Bible talk gets me every time.
Can you pass the salt, snake? This is my final mission. Oh, get over yourself.
So I hear that in this final mission of yours, you could actually buy weapons?
Yeah, you're a man named Driven. He gave monologues that were torturous, longer, even more melodramatic than Mr. Voodoo Master here. Hey, at least my monologues weren't for slightly different stories about girls getting their village pillaged.
So with Driven you're covered when it comes to weapons. But what about your camo index and your stamina? Sight gauge. To blend in Seleno Yask, I had to pick the exact camouflage that I needed. Also needed to bandage wounds, split bones, and eat wildlife to get my stamina up. What did you do?
Well, I laid flat on the ground and listened to my iPod.
You what?
Excuse me. So how did that whole cyborg ninja deal work out for Raiden? Wasn't he just dying to impale Vamp with that mighty sword of his?
I think the crazy swordsman thing went to his head a little bit. His hair looked just like Dante's.
And the B&B unit? Laugh with me! Let me feel your rage! I kind of miss hearing about the language of the Sioux people now. That was fast.
Yeah, it was Campbell. He wanted me to get my ass back in the truck. I swear he's getting senile in his old age.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't take too kindly traveling around in a van huddled with a bunch of sweaty guys.
Look, it got my team and me from point A to B.
And you were also traveling with Campbell. I wonder what exactly he wanted to do with those raw scissors 61.
Are you two done? You know, I remember complaining about the codec. But I take it back. How so? Well, I used to have more than 2 people to talk to. Otacon usually reminds me how much of a badass I am, which is nice, but even he can get annoying. Especially when you mention that Draven operates in the Balkans, Somalia, Lebanon, Darfur, Chechnya. He named more countries than Yakko's World Song.
Rose, well, shaking a 6-axis has never been so satisfying. I bet Raiden knows what you mean.
You already had a son, right? What do you name him?
John. Wait a minute. Another one?
I hear ya. Seems every time I turn around, there's a John. I'm John, Raiden's Jack, his kid's John, and Meryl just married this Johnny Sasaki guy.
And don't forget Meryl's comrade, Jonathan.
Unbelievable.
John's and Jack's aside, I'm just glad I didn't end up philosophizing again. You only ended up getting barbecued.
I nearly killed Ocelot and me with Fox Die.
Not to mention finding out you only have less than a year to live. Alright, I get the point. At least we all survived long enough to enjoy the dinner of the twice killed, twice revived Big Boss. To enjoying whatever life we have left. You do know your syringe is just a placebo.